What's up, people? I'm here. I'm giggling because I just got a good joke there. Welcome here tonight. I'm in a good mood. I hope you are in a good mood, or this will be your cathartic episode. Because if you remember the last episode of the podcast, I was really in the mood to play some rock music, some good rock, and I'm in the mood, and this put me in a great mood. I want to thank everybody who have sent in their songs, who allowed me to play their songs. I know I usually do the thank yous before, but man, I'm so grateful, and we have to make this a little family friendly. But this episode is called Rock Out with Your Socks Out. This is Jason, and this is the HiFi Podcast. What is up again? Welcome back to the HiFi Podcast. Tonight's episode, like I said, it's called Rock Out with Your Socks Out. Now, the reason why I have to tone it down a little bit is because of our first guests tonight. From Jacksonville, they are three sisters, CJ, Maggie, and Lulu. One is 19, one is 18, and one is 14. So, this is going to be pretty family friendly, okay? It's going to be TV, PG, with a hint of 14, okay? So, I'm going to try and do that, or at least the reason why I put them on first is so they can hear themselves, you know, and share with everybody, and then just turn it off, and then it'll be right back to where it usually is. But, this is one of those bands that I heard on SoundCloud and was just floored by how they rock. I'm going to be saying rock a lot tonight because this is the rock episode. And it floored me. And then it was like an onion. It was like every layer was getting cooler and cooler. So I wanted to appreciate that and show you my appreciation, show them my appreciation for you to listen to Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh. This is their latest single, Give Me a Sign. Check this out.
Like how my voice was strong but now it's shaking.
And that was Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh with their song Give Me a Sign here on the HiFi podcast. And I want to do a special shout out to Cindy, the manager mom who's doing this. It's cool to have your parents, support you and be with you by your side. It's really great to see parents live watching their kids play a show. It's an amazing thing. It's really cool. I like it. So this again goes out to all of you for such a great song, right? Coming up next, you know him, you love him. It's Brocker. It's Cody. They have Body Talk, their latest single, out now, but I wanted something a little more dark, a little more rock and roll, and this song totally fits the bill. It was released in October of last year, and it is still one of my favorite songs to listen to play. Check this out. This is Falling for You on the HiFi podcast.
In the deepest recess of my mind, I'm alone until the end of time. I know, but you're there, looking out from behind. I can't help but to fall into those eyes. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Tell me now, like you told me back then, that we'll be together till the end. Oh no, can't decipher all the truth from the lies. Cut me clean, peel me open, crawl inside. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's truth in the things that you ignore. Like leaving your love dead on the floor. Now look alive. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Am I falling for you? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That was King Complex. I should have mentioned that before, but I was too busy anticipating that song. And that song was called Falling for You. And like I said, that song is amazing. You have to see them live. If you haven't seen them live, you're missing a dang good show. Again, family programming, just in case. Up next is one of those bands that are suggested by other bands. And we had Carson from Deviate the Plan, who I'll tell you more about later on. He went and basically pimped this band to me. And I listened to them and thought, yeah, that's going to fit the rock and roll bill tonight. It has that groove, that like mountain / Black Sabbath type of thing, but put into a Floridian bowl and shaken until rocked. And so let me tell you about them, because I didn't tell you about King Complex last time. Anyhow, this is a band called the Groove Raps. They are 3 cats from the smaller Tampa Bay area. To be familiar, Spring Hill, if you are definitely around that area, you know where that is. And it's pretty spacious, you know. I think there's a lot of greenery and fields, and I think this song would be played in those fields right in front of like a big, huge bonfire. You know what I mean? It's that kind of a groove. So sit back and sip on your moonshine and listen to this song by the Groove Raps. This is from Begin Transmission. The song is called Shapeshifter.
All the truth that I never fortune told, what was given to you wasn't bought and made sold. Now you're getting sick of it, assuming who you are, beginning to break the mold and taking down the bar. Shapeshifters, what they say. How'd you end up this way? So different by the day. You're quick to disobey. Inhibition stride, same old fighting song. Try to do what's right, but always wanting to do what's wrong. And you lay your burdens down, never think about your own. When you walk around this town, and you sit up on your throne. Shapeshifters, what they say. How'd you end up this way? So different by the day. You're quick to disobey. our truth today.
And that was the Groove Raps here on the HiFi podcast with their song Shapeshifter. Not bad, huh? Yeah, I'm telling you. We're on a groove. We're setting a course to rock and roll. And we're going to be hitting the bullseye tonight. So that was cheesy. I'm sorry. It came out of my mouth. I tried to stop it. I didn't. I'm sorry. Please send a comment telling me that I'm a bad man. Okay? You want to know how to send me a comment? You can show me a like. I'll tell you exactly how to do that. We are on all types of platforms right now, and it'll be getting a lot bigger, hopefully in a month or so. Details to be hammered out and told later. But you can catch us. We have a YouTube. We have our new YouTube channel where you can listen to all the before podcasts as well as this one when it gets loaded up. You can find us on one of two Facebook pages at HiFi Florida. You could get us at Twitter and also Instagram. And you could leave messages or comments on the podcast that you're listening to right now, which could be Stitcher, which could be SoundBay, which could also be iTunes. So please tell me how cheesy that last line was. I'm okay with it. I understand. I have to learn to grow. Right? Right. So, again, thank you. I think I said that earlier. I'm saying it again as I'm giving you the plans of action part of the show, to thank all the bands that are helping me. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your creativity and blaring it all over the place so that everybody from not just Florida but everywhere can catch it and know that Florida is a town not to be reckoned with when it comes to music of all genres, but right now, rock and roll. So we are going to shut the hell up. And I told you about Carson. He plays for Deviate the Plan. Their new EP dropped just yesterday. It's amazing. It's called The Last Stand. And they have the song for it. That is their lead single. And I could not help but want to play this other song from The Last Stand CD or EP because it fits perfectly. And it is probably right now my favorite song on the EP. So I'm going to shut the hell up. This is Deviate the Plan. The song is called Living Like It's Dying. You understand what I'm saying, people? Can I get a witness? Yeah, here on the HiFi podcast. And that was Deviate, the Plan. The song is called Living Like It's Dying. You know, during that whole keep it out of stupid thing, I could have put that song on there because, yeah, you know how it goes. Yeah, right. So that was a great song. It just came out. You could buy all of both of Deviate the Plan's EPs or all the EPs or CDs or singles on SoundCloud or Bandcamp, or you could check out Reverb Nation. You can check out iTunes. They are where you have to go to get some of the best music here in Florida. And I got my DTP EP. I did that on the first try. That kicks ass. I mean, it kicks butt. I'm sorry. Coming up next is another band who just put out an EP just a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And they called this EP 4 More Songs. That's a perfect song, right? That's a perfect thing. And it's simple, it's to the point, and it's exactly what we've been looking for. I know people that rock and roll has taken a little bit of a weed nap, but if you go much closer and you wake them up with like some McDonald's, it wakes up roaring. And this episode is proving it. That's my second cheesy thing I've said tonight. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a jovial, good mood. So excuse the cheese, if you please. Oh my gosh, I can't stop. I have low season. This is from 4 More Songs. I like it. You'll like it too. This is called Lines Across My Eyes. Get this microphone away from my face.
You say that we don't know, we all see
And that was Lines Across the Eyes by Low. No. And that was Lines Across My Eyes by Low Season here on the HiFi podcast. Another note of thanks for all the bands. Again, hey, it's band appreciation all the time here on the HiFi podcast. But specifically, everybody that has invited me and given me their concert news so I can, do a more complete concert list. Trying to find it the way I was trying to find it, it was taking like half a day. So thank you, everybody who has participated. You are part of HiFi. And also, before I forget, besides buying the music from the places I told you about, Spotify are accepting local music. It's amazing. In a few weeks, we should be starting a playlist, and hopefully I can put you on the playlist and put you guys on Spotify. So any of these bands that you like, you can find them on Spotify. And if you don't, find their band page on Facebook. Most of them are. And say, hey, man, put yourself on Spotify. A whole bunch of people want to check you out. I like you. I want to tell everybody about you. So it helps everybody. A rising tide, rises all boats, that type of situation. So anyhow, let's get to the concert list. And another thing before I go, see, you have to excuse me. The reason why I'm coming back and forth to certain things. My social media guru, Annie, is now engaged, and I want to congratulate her as she is on a trip to Europe, doing Europe things, and leaving me alone here in the States to do this whole podcast thing. So there's a few things you probably won't see, like a graphic or anything, but the good part is Instagram is my toy while she's gone. So you never know. I might put something up myself before she takes it away. So please find us on Instagram. Also to Annie, congratulations. Love kicks ass. So, but I'm speaking to the choir because I love you. You love me. You're playing the HiFi podcast. So we went from cheesy to almost preachy. That's the word I'm going for. Preachy. Coming up now is the concert list for this week. And on Thursday, we have Lassiu, who we've played a few times. I've had the great pleasure of knowing them. And they're doing a small little set at a place called Urban Brew and Barbecue and on Central Avenue in St. Pete, 2601. Now, if it's the same Urban Brew and Barbecue that I'm thinking of, there's this thing. It's great stuff. But this thing called The Thing, and it's this monstrous barbecue burger with special sauce and eggs in it. And I thought I was going to have one of those things. It was amazing. So they have that. They have great beer. Not doing this as an advertisement, just that's good food and good people playing there. So from 6 to 8 on Thursday, it's going to be Lassiu at the Urban Brew and Barbecue. On Friday the 15th at Lucky You Tattoo on 9633 Bay Pines Boulevard, we have the Lucky You Fest 2, where we have Gainesville's Bite Marks. From Orlando, we have Computer. From Gainesville, Cyclopean Blood Temple. Also from Orlando, we have Witchbender and Horsewhip, along with Vacancy and Thorn Attractus. I almost slipped on that one. Glad I'm done. You can get advance tickets at 10 o'clock. At the door, 15. It will be worth it. The doors are open at 9. Get there early. Also, on that night. In Fort Lauderdale, we have the Poorhouse, where we have the Sensibles and the Modern Natives and Vibes Farm at 10 o'clock. At the Blue Note, I totally forgot to give you, because you will be driving all the way around Fort Lauderdale not knowing what the hell you're doing. 110 Nugent Avenue, Fort Lauderdale. That's the Poorhouse. Now, we have the Blue Note. See what happens when Annie's not around? She's my Pepper Potts. So anyhow, at the Blue Note, we have Free Range Strange with Dennis Stadelman, Maybell and the Dead Ringers, and Sweet as Folk. It starts, it's around 7 o'clock, $10 to get in. At 1320 Central Avenue in St. Pete, we have DEA Saint, Frost Fang, and the Jack Jagger at 9 p.m. I'll hand it on over to Saturday on the 16th at the Emerald, of course, at 550 Central Avenue in St. Pete. We have a rockin' St. Patrick's Day Eve. We have Trenchfoot Shindig at 10 o'clock, and the Kevin K Band at 11. And then after that, we have 10 minutes from here at midnight at the Emerald. So what else is going on St. Patty's Eve? Oh, we have the Stone Cold Shit Show at the Brass Mug at 1450 Skipper Road in Tampa. We have a whole bunch of bands. We have the Hover-Rounds, Mike Defendant and Katrina Joe, Misunderstood, the Omega Strain, Astro Clinton, MB Band, the Damsels, the Time Framed, the Propel, the Stone Cobras, EZT, the Curse, and the Abortion Twins. And that starts at 4 o'clock, but the doors open at 3 p.m. The show's $10. For all that rock, for all that punk, it's a bargain, I'm telling you. But you think that's crazy? Check this out. We have Obscura Undead presenting at the Iron Cow in Orlando. That's 2438A East Robinson Street. We have DJ Mouse from Communion After Dark and A Starry Night. Coming back to Florida from all the way over there in Europe, also where Annie is. So, again, Instagram, do whatever you want. That's at 9:30, and that is going to kick butt. Also, I almost forgot, because this is a late breaking concert listing for you guys right now on Friday in Miami. It's Las Rosas. Okay? And we're going to have the Coven playing there. A lot of other bands and DJs. It starts at 10 o'clock. No cover. Again, I just got that handed to me. I don't know why. I don't know how. Like I said, Annie's in Europe. So I don't know what happened. So we're going to go back to Saturday. And that's it for Saturday. And then Sunday on St. Patty's. Yeah, here we go. St. Patty's Day. We're going to have Mosquito Teeth, Car Bomb Drivers, and the Wrenchers at the Benz. There's probably going to be some green beer. You know, they always have green beer. So it's going to be that. And also we're going to have Mark Etherington. Also Jack Sprouse and Jeff Brower, the songwriters feature at the Independent in Tampa, 5016 North Florida Avenue. So those are the listings for the weekend. I'm glad I got through it. So anyhow, we're going to go straight to some more rock and roll. A little more punkish, if you will. This is Joyeater from Demo. And this is Bled So Dry here on the HiFi podcast. Jack, Laura, Christian, and Tim. That was St. Pete's Joyeater and their song Bled So Dry. You can check them out in March, late March, at the Lucky You Tattoo. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to finally get to see them. So I am beyond happy to go ahead and check that out. Up next, we have Angela and her band, The Young Dead, from Southwest Florida. She has been very helpful. She's been really nice. But it's not time to be nice right now. It's time to get rocked. Right? Right. Told you I was going to say that word a lot this episode. And I haven't let you guys down, have I? No? That's what I thought. So stick with me. Your Uncle Jay. All right? Cool. Young Dead. New material coming out after the end of April. And I am, for one, excited and anticipating. Because if it's anything like Righteous Violence, it's going to be one of the biggest hits of the year in Florida. And who knows, maybe it can just kick out and go beyond. But enough about me. This is about the Young Dead from the record Righteous Violence. Yes, I said record. All right? Okay. The song is called Bridewell. You know where you are. And that was Bridewell from the Young Dead here on the HiFi podcast. Well, the clock on the wall the imaginary clock on the wall, is telling me it is time to round all this stuff up and say adieu to you, my people. The cheesy is keep it on. That's all I can say. Sorry. But it's about time to go to Split. Before we go, always, please, go out to a show, check out the bands that are on this podcast and all the other podcasts around here in the Florida area. There's a lot of them. But go to a show, buy some merch, support your local band. And if you're not here in Florida, find the band in your town that you dig, that you want to represent, that you want to support, and do that, because you never know what might happen. And plus you can meet some good people and have a great time and be social. All right. So that's my more you should know moment. And this is Saferwaters. They are going to be with Loose Talk on the 28th of March. This is their latest single, and I could not find a better way to end this podcast than with this song called Stay. So without any further interruptions, check out Saferwaters and Stay here on the HiFi Podcast.
Smile with an old memory of that time. Fog made it hard to find you. Figured you might reconcile after hearing true how that night shaped a part of me. Feeling so defeated now. I see you walking out, waiting on a new day. I don't wanna see you go that way. I don't wanna see you go that way anymore. I don't wanna see you go that way. It's not right. It's not right. Figured you'd like to see me doing better, so I'll try holding on to better things. Figured you'd settle in the warmer weather. Weary and depleted now. I see you looking out, waiting on a new day. I don't wanna see you go that way. I don't wanna see you go that way anymore. I don't wanna see you go
And there you have it. That was Saferwaters with their song Stay. Here. Right here. I hope you had a great time. I can breathe evenly. Have a deep breath. I feel better. Like I said in the very beginning, that this would be cathartic. I didn't let you down. I didn't let myself down. It was amazing. I will see you very soon. Thank you for being a part of HiFi this episode, and I hope you come back again. Tell your friends, like, comment, on Stitcher, on iTunes, on SoundBay, YouTube, any of our Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook pages. Thank you so much. Next week will probably be a lot better. I said next week, huh? I guess I let that one out of the bag. But I keep saying that, so it's not real. Is it? I don't know. This is Jason. This was Jason. I'm contemplating. Should I do one next week? Depends on you. So, on behalf of everybody here in HiFi headquarters, this was Jason, and this was the HiFi Podcast.